Alright, hello YouTube, this is take number 6. 5 failed attempts of making a good video, but here goes number 6. So, good afternoon YouTube. We are here just inspecting my spark plugs after 6,000 miles of use in this 1988 Honda Civic LX. This engine has the D15 V2 engine, which has a whopping 92 horsepower. But I am not here to talk about the engine. I'm here to talk about the spark plugs. Actually, I'm really not here to talk about the spark plugs. I'm just showing you guys the condition of these spark plugs after 6,000 miles. I purchased it when the engine had 209,000 miles, and it currently has 215,000 miles. 6,000 miles of pretty hard use because, well, I guess normal use, because when you drive on the highway at 80 miles an hour with these 4 cylinders with 4 speeds automatic transmissions, they are typically around 4,000 RPM. But that's why Honda calls for these NGK Iridium spark plugs. Let me just get a little closer. I've had a lot of try to do this a little better because, man, I've had so much. Okay, so here is the spark plug. Hopefully you guys could see that. Well, first of all, this is NGK Iridium. I think that's the part number. I'm not too sure, but that's what it says. It says right here, Japan. But yeah, this is the spark plug that it calls for. If you guys ask me, it looks pretty clean after 6,000 miles. It's not running rich or lean. It runs perfectly fine. My car does not it doesn't shake or vibrate. The motor doesn't, which is good for the amount of miles it has. It has a good decent idle. It runs perfectly fine, you know, just works like how it normally should. So yeah, I do use fuel additive cleaners. I don't know if that contributes to keeping it clean, but in particular I use the Gumout multi-system tune-up. That's what it's called. I buy it at Walmart, the 16-ounce bottle or can, and I use it as directed. It treats 1 ounce per gallon of fuel. So yeah, I mean, if you guys ask me, it looks pretty clean after 6,000 miles, and I mean, it works perfectly fine. Oh shit. So yeah, my oil I use, I typically review oil additives on my YouTube channel, but just like a kind of sneak peek, I guess, I'm testing out Pennzoil Gold 5W30 mixed with a 20% mixture of Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer, and it's running pretty good so far, but that's a separate video. And the spark plug is pretty good since I bought it brand new. It's been like over a year, but yeah, it works fine. I do a lot of city driving, but how I said, I'm doing more highway driving because I'm just trying to put the miles on the oil for I could analyze it with Blackstone. But if I were to clean a spark plug, I have a spark plug cleaner from Harbor Freight, which is just over here. You guys don't have one of these, but Harbor Freight sells it. Pretty much this sack has sand or whatever. It's pretty much a sandblaster for your spark plugs. All you would do, this is your spark plug. There's an orifice right there. You would just stick it in there, connect your air compressor hose to this attachment, and then just press the button and it'll blow that sand and it'll clean the carbon off of your spark plugs. But since mine doesn't have caked up carbon, which is good because my car is running normal and as it should. But yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it. I'm not here to talk about which spark plugs are better for your car. This is what Honda calls for, because since it has high RPMs, you need that iridium to last longer. These spark plugs last around 100,000 miles, and but yeah, 100,000 miles more for this engine that already has 215,000. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen, but because one, I don't even drive that long. It could last that much longer, but that's a lot of driving to be honest. But yeah, this looks pretty clean for me. This is cylinder, I don't know if it's 4 or 1. I think it's 4 though, but it's, if you look at it from the top like this, like obviously here's the headlights, front of the car. This is this cylinder to the far left. I think it's cylinder number 4. I don't know how they read it. It's either 1 or 4. But pretty much all 4 spark plugs, I checked all the other ones. They look exactly the same. Cleanliness, I mean, it has a tiny bit of oil, but that's, I mean, that's nothing bad. I actually did replace the valve cover gasket, and it comes with 4 like what is it, like the seals for the spark plugs, for oil won't get into like the spark plug tube, or like where like your spark plug goes, like pretty much down there. Because I think one of these studs were broken. I replaced them, but one of these studs were broken and oil was leaking in. I don't know if it was this one or this one, but yeah, but I ended up fixing that. So yeah, in there, I mean, my piston is somewhere in there. I don't know how it looks, but I mean, normal use, you know, nothing too crazy. It's a stock engine. All it has, I mean, even stock air box, air tube, besides the filter, it does have the replaceable air filter in there, but other than that, everything is stock. I just maintain it. That's what I do. Just do good maintenance, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's how it looks after 6,000 miles or so. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. How I said, it's not a video to compare spark plugs, like which one is better, but this is what it calls for. This is how it's held up after 6,000 miles. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys can use whichever spark plugs you choose, the correct ones obviously for your vehicle, but this looks like a good condition. I don't know if the fuel additive Gumout tune-up, multi-system tune-up with PEA, that's why I use it, because it has the polyethylamine, which is the pretty good detergent. It holds up against heat. So yeah, that's what I use, and I'm pretty sure it's contributed to keep it clean, but pretty much any top tier fuel will keep it clean, especially, let me see, since it's like fuel injected but not direct. It's just like a dual point fuel injection system. Typical old Honda technology. It's not even the multi-fuel where you would have a like one fuel injector per intake manifold tube. So I mean, but it gets good gas mileage. I think 33 miles per gallon, as they said on the fueleconomy.gov. I don't even know if they had .gov back in '88, but that was the fuel mileage you should get for highway driving. So yeah, that's pretty much it though. Iridium, NGK Iridiums, it held up perfect after 6,000 miles. So if you guys have any comments or questions, just ask them below and I will get back to them as soon as I can. And thank you for watching, YouTube. See you next time.